everyone, welcome back to Risa Does Makeup. Today I have another makeup tutorial for you. I'm going to be showing you how to get this look using all E.L.F. cosmetics. I've done a lot of high-end videos lately, and I want to show people that you can still get a beautiful makeup look without spending a fortune. This entire face was done for under $50. There are a few things that I didn't purchase from E.L.F, like a loose powder, so I used this affordable RCMA, I used an affordable lip liner, and what else? I think that's it. Oh, eyeshadow primer. I used a Milani eyeshadow primer. But if you calculate what I spent on the E.L.F with those few other things, it still came out to right around $50. I'm actually overall pretty impressed with how this came out. Not that I didn't think I could get a good look. I've been preaching this for years that you can get a beautiful makeup look without having to use strictly high-end products. But I think this kind of proves it. And if you're interested in seeing how I got this look, then please keep on watching. All right, so the first product in my bag of goodies from Harmon is the foundation. I picked up the Flawless Finish Foundation in the shade Sand. And I did try this foundation already. The rest of the products, all of them, yeah, I think the rest of the products are gonna be my first time, this is gonna be my first time using them. I did test out the foundation just so I could tell you, because I know a lot of you are probably gonna be curious, how does it perform? Now, this one I have to be honest with you, I wasn't really happy with. What I don't like about it is the smell, number one. It's very chemically, very chemically. And while what you'll see, well, you know what, let me just start applying it so you can just see for yourself and I can talk as I apply. I'm using this Sonia Kashuk sponge that I recently picked up from Target. I saw my friend Michelle Wong use it recently and I just thought it was so pretty. A little bit different than your Beauty Blender. It's a little bit stiffer, like it's denser than the Beauty Blender. So I have no primer on. I have a little moisturizer on that I put on first. And so this is like a half a pump that I put on. And it's a little light for me right now because I did self-tan recently. So as you can see, well, hopefully you can see, the coverage is pretty good. I was actually really impressed when I first applied it the other day for the first time, because I feel like it gives good medium coverage that's buildable. Doesn't emphasize my pores or texture, but the only other thing the other thing I didn't like about it was that it just didn't hold up. I mean, it doesn't claim to be a long-wearing foundation. So the bottom line is that I was impressed when I first applied it. I'm impressed with it now. I think it's nice. It's a nice like demi matte finish, very skin-like, but it just did not hold up on my oily skin. It actually made me a little bit itchy. So before I film my next video, I might keep the rest of this makeup on, but just change out the foundation because I could be allergic to this, to be honest with you. And it's a little light. And I can see it's kind of washing me up on camera. At least I think it is from here. All right, let's move on. Let's move on to concealer. I purchased this HD lifting concealer in Fair. I do like the packaging. Ooh, this looks really light. I mean, I know Fair is fair, it's lighter than light, but this looks like almost whitish. But the packaging is pretty nice, I think, for a concealer that cost, I think, $3. And let's see, it has a doe foot applicator, which I like. Let's see. And I'm going to apply it under my eyes. I like the consistency. Oh, you know what I didn't do that I want to do first? They didn't have, or as far as I could see, or maybe I just didn't buy it, I need an eyeshadow primer. So I'm just gonna use one from Milani because I want to keep this like budget friendly. And I love this primer, I use it every single day. Hopefully I've been looking at the camera and not the viewfinder this whole time. I apologize if I have not been looking directly at you for the beginning portion of this video. I think I would know by now where to look. So the coverage is nice. I actually don't think that this Fair is too light. I think it's just perfect. And so as you can see, I take it over my lids to even out the skin tone. Huh. so far, and I'm impressed with this concealer. So again, I want to keep everything around, you know, in budget friendly. I don't like when people do affordable or drugstore tutorials and then pop in a $40 powder or something like that. So I'm going to be using the RCMA No Color Powder. I'm just going to put a little bit in the palm of my hand, and I am just going to set everything with this powder. My lids, my under eyes, the foundation, because the foundation is a little sticky still. Ooh, I am looking pale. Pale. Oh my goodness. Okay, next I'm going to be using this Natural Glow Face Palette. I think this is new. It's beautifully bare, fresh, and well, it says new right there. So let's open this up. And the reason why I bought this is because I figured I could kill a few birds with one stone, because it has, ooh, this is nice packaging. It has blush, contour, highlight. Oh, it's not as pink as I expected. I don't know why. It's very light peach, actually. You've got 2 shades of blushes, a highlight and a contour. I'm gonna be taking a Sigma tapered highlighter F35, but I'm gonna use this to contour. So I'm gonna take this light bronzy contour shade. Let's see how pigmented this is. Oh, that's kind of nice. It's actually quite pigmented. So far, at least the bronzer or contour is working out for me, I think. I'm gonna use this Stila Brush 15. Just blend that out a little bit. I don't like to contour my nose too much, even though it desperately needs it. So I think I'm gonna do blush next, just because I have this palette in hand. And I'm gonna use the Stila Brush 24. I need blush brush. Let's swatch these. Oh, they're both super light. So I'm gonna dip my brush into both colors actually and see what happens. Oh, I like this too. I mean, I don't think that any of this would show up on anybody darker than me. Like, I'm not even sure it would show up if I had foundation on that was the same color as the rest of my body. But if you're fair-skinned, light-skinned, not bad. Not bad at all. So let's do some highlight. Ugh, I didn't bring a good highlighter brush. Yeah, I mean, it's subtle for sure, but I don't hate it. I still think that it's a nice little palette for $5 or $6 for fair skin. Moving on to the brows, I'm using this new brow pencil, and I picked up neutral brown. I always debate between the brown shades and the blonde shades, because sometimes the blondes can be almost greenish. They can have a greenish undertone, or they can be too gray. I always figure that I can just use a lighter hand if I go with the brown. Usually I can just use a lighter hand and it'll come out fine. Does that even make sense? Hopefully I'm making sense. I'm brushing the brows up, and let's see what kind of applicator this has. Oh, it has a twist up point. It's kind of wide. I'm used to more of a finer point. All right, so, oh, it's dark, so I have to be careful. So I'm just underlining the brow, and then I'm using really, because it is kind of dark, I'm using really light strokes to fill in the rest. I'm gonna go do my other brow and come back and we'll start the eyeshadow. Eyes. All right, moving on to the eyes. I picked up this Mad for Matte eyeshadow palette. So this is what it looks like. All right, I am going to take my Sigma Tapered Blending E40, and I am going to take this shade right here, third one in. I like that this has a mirror. So let's see if this is pigmented at all. but you know, that's kind of what you want for a transition shade. You don't want anything too dark. It's blending nicely. Not real patchy. So far, so good with eyeshadow 1. Then I'm gonna take a MAC 217 and I'm going to go into this gray shade over here. And I'm going to apply that also in the crease, but a little bit lower. So this one isn't super pigmented. It's building, which is nice. And I think that shadows that are buildable versus having a lot of pigment right off the bat are better for beginners, because then you don't have to do so much blending. It's easier to add color than to have to take it away. So as you can see, it's building up. And then I'm gonna move my fingers back down the brush a little bit and make little circles just to get it really, really nice and blended. I kind of want to use this purple shade. Oh, let's see, what brush do I want to use? Oh, I'm going to use this brush that came with a Flower Beauty eyeshadow palette. I just really love this brush. I don't love that palette that much, but I like this brush. So I'm going to just put this on the outer corners. Oh, that has some pigment. Of course, the brushes make a difference too. The denser the brush, the more pigment you're going to pick up. Oh, I like this. This is pretty. Huh. Impressed with the purple. Oh, I like that. I'm gonna go back with the MAC 217 and blend it out. Then I'm gonna take a flat brush. Any flat brush will do. And I'm going to go into that first color and pop this underneath my brow. And that'll also help blend out the upper portion of the crease. I think I'm gonna take a little bit of the same shade and pop it on the center of my lid. And then I'm gonna go back with that Flower Beauty brush and just blend the outer corner. Okay, now I'm going to take this Stila brush 28, the small end, and I'm gonna run that purple under my lower lash lines. And I also like that these don't really have much fallout at all. So that's impressive too. I'm gonna take this brush, it's from NARS, it doesn't have a number on it. I'm gonna go in with this kind of caramelly color and blend out the purple a little bit along the lower lash line. Smoke it out a little bit, give it a smokier look. My apologies, my camera cut out for a few minutes and I had a brief panic attack thinking that nothing had been recorded, but thankfully it was. So moving on, all you missed was me applying my mascara. And the reason why I did buy a mascara is because I wanted to try out their lashes. This is the Luxe Lash Kit, and this is the style Starstruck. It says multi-dimensional lashes for full volume and length. 1 pair of lashes and 1 tweezer. Comes with a tweezer. That's interesting. I'll take them out of the box so you can see closer up. It's hard to see with the plastic and the glare. Oh, no cover on these. They're actually kind of pretty. They're not very full, but we'll see. So by tweezers, they mean like one of these little oh, that's worthless. Okay. We are just going to, oh, you know what? I forgot to bring scissors down, and I usually always have to cut my lashes. So I will be right back. Somehow my tweezers always go missing, so I'm just gonna, as gently as possible, try to pull these out of the container. Then I take it to my eye and measure. I have a good amount that I need to clip off, but that is typical. I don't know whose eyes they make these for. I think I'm gonna curl them a little bit because they seem to go a little bit out versus up. So I'm gonna take a lash curler, fine frame, hopefully. It's not easy to do. And I'm just going to curl the ends up a little bit. So these lashes are not bad for, I think, $2. I'm going to pop in my earrings. Found these at Target, as well as the necklace. I'll put all the outfit details in the description. All right, let's do some lips. I purchased a couple of things. I got this Day to Night lipstick duo in Need It Nudes, and then this was on clearance. This is a Pout Perfector in the shade Glow. I'll take it out for you. This is that Pout Perfector that was on clearance for $1.50. And then this is the color. It's kind of like glittery pale pink, but it's kind of chunky feeling. It reminds me a lot of the frosty pink lip gloss I wore in junior high, which was not cute, especially with a mouthful of metal braces. So this is the lip duo. This is one shade. Oh, I like that. A lighter shade. And then this one is a darker nude. Oh, I like that too. So those are the two lipsticks and then the gloss in the center. And I'm gonna, oh, it kind of pushes in as soon as you put it to your lips. It will kind of smush right down. Let's see if it happens again. Okay, this time it's better. I like the color. It's a very creamy. It's not super opaque. I do have to go over it a couple of times. Oh, now it's pushing in again. Nothing left. All right. It's kind of like a peachy nude. It doesn't look that way on my hand, but it's pulling a little bit of peach. So I think for my lip liner, I'm gonna use this one from NYX. It is the Suede Matte Lip Liner in London. I've used this before in other videos. It's just a really good nude lip liner. It goes with a lot of nudes. Okay, so that is the lipstick. I'm kind of like about it. I don't know if you can tell, but I'm getting shiny already, and it's not just from these lights. This foundation is just not great for me. I also feel like I do need a little bit more brightening under the eyes, so I'm gonna take this concealer again and add a little bit more to this area. Definitely need more brightening here. All right, I'm not really loving this lip color, but let's see what it looks like with the little gloss on top. Well, the gloss isn't gritty, so that's good. And it is adding some more pink, which is kind of what I wanted. Okay, so here you have the final look. I'm gonna run through everything and let you know my final thoughts on what I think was even worth the couple of dollars that I spent. I would say that so far, I'm really liking the concealer. The foundation is a no-go for me, that's for sure. I do like this palette for fair to light skins. Anybody deeper, you're not really gonna get much from it. But again, fair to light, nice contour, pretty soft peach blush. And the packaging I think is really nice. And I also like the brow pencil if you can get the correct color. And I also really like this eyeshadow palette, to be honest with you. I found most of the colors to be decently pigmented. I do recommend the lashes. I think they're pretty. They're so comfortable, I can't even feel them on my eyes. What I wouldn't recommend is this lip product. Number one, because it, pushes in when you apply it, and it's very sheer. There are just better affordable lipsticks on the market. I haven't tried any of their other lip products, so maybe they have some better ones. Actually, I have. I did have a matte lipstick, I think, that I did like. And then this gloss, it was $1.50. So. And overall, I think I came up with a nice look for under $50. I hope you would agree. And if you did like the video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. I would love it if you would join the Risa Does Makeup family, and also follow me on social media. I have Instagram, Snapchat, Facebook, Twitter, everything is the same name. It's all Risa Does Makeup. And once again, I really hope you enjoyed the video, and I will see you again soon.